money, power, beautiful woman, and a better life. That's what the American dream is selling us. In the last video, I talked about how relatable is GTA 4 and how the game evolves around Niko Bellic, an immigrant from Serbia moving to Liberty City for a better life. This is a pretty common thing in Eastern Europe, where people leave the country for a better life, for them or their family. In Nico's case, it's for him to make himself forget his horrific past and take that life that Roman promised. Also, like in life, the game takes an unexpected turn. Nico finds out that what was promised to him are just fat lies. In Eastern Europe, a lot of people are fleeing the country just to prove themselves that they can take over the world. Take a look at this clip, where an immigrant, I believe, is saying that he will conquer Liberty City.
Дай нам пару лет, этот город мы на колени поставим. Здешняя коррупция не имеет равных.
But this is not the wrong thing. To be confident in your powers and blinding yourself are totally different things. Look, I get it. I live in Moldova. You know how many times I wanted to leave the country to make tons of money? Well, a lot. And I know people who succeeded, but destroyed their life working for a paycheck not worth their time. What I'm trying to say is things don't come easy in life. You gotta get up and put in that work. I feel the people who emigrated with their families get that feeling the best, that this is not what you expected. It's very similar to the moment when Nico stepped out of the boat and gets a reality check. So what happens the moment Nico actually steps off of the platypus? The American dream collapses before he even unpacks his bags. The mansion Roman bragged about is a rat-infested dump. The fleet of sports cars, one rusted, miserable taxi. Instead of stepping into a successful life, Nico is immediately thrown into the gritty, exhausting reality of low-level street offenses. He's not a kingpin, he's just dealing with petty thugs, broken people, and loan sharks. It's the kind of unrewarding, dirty daily grind that makes you realize the system is completely broken. You quickly understand that your time and energy are just being drained to serve someone else's corrupt agenda. Take Vlad Glebov, for example. He's the perfect representation of this illusion. Vlad acts like he's this powerful, untouchable mob boss running the city, but in reality, he is nothing but a bottom feeder, a cheap bully who exploits vulnerable immigrants because he's too weak to survive anyone else. Craziest part, the game isn't just being cynical, it's reflecting cold, hard facts. In 2017, a team of researchers from Harvard, led by economist Raj Chetty, published a massive study called The Fading American Dream. It's reflecting reality. I will put some images on the screen and the link in the description, so the ones that are interested can read it, and I highly recommend it to read it. You will find pretty good information there. The classic American dream was built on one simple promise. If you work hard, you will definitely have a better life than your parents did. But today, that promise is fading. Back in the day, almost everyone who put in the work succeeded. But for our generation, it's basically a 50-50 coin toss. You can work yourself to the bone, just like Roman did, and still end up with absolutely nothing. You don't realize it yet. But I mean, let me put it in simple words. You are just one car crash away of being totally broke. The game isn't lying to you, it's just showing you that the system has changed. And that brings us to the biggest and most toxic lie that American Dream feeds us. The myth of the self-made man. It sells you the illusion that you can conquer the world entirely on your own just by pure hustle and isolation. But both real life and Liberty City shows us that that's a complete fabrication. Nobody reaches the top alone. You can't do it all by yourself. In GTA 4, every character who claims to be a self-made boss is actually just a parasite, feeding off the hard work of people lower on the food chain. Nico constantly tries to be his own man, But the game forces him to realize that the system is rigged. To survive, you are forced to make deals with the devil, relying on broken system and carry the weight of people who only want to use you. So, what is the final verdict on the American Dream in GTA 4? It's not just broken, it was designed to break you. The game forces Nico and Dust to realize that chasing someone else's definition of success, it's a losing game. The real victory isn't getting to the top of Liberty City food chain. It's realizing that the system is rigged and finally choosing to write your own rules. Look, don't get me wrong. What I'm actually trying to say is that you don't have to isolate yourself and carry that burden alone. But that doesn't mean you should just get lazy, cross your arms, and say, well, there's nothing I can do. You always should be better than you were yesterday. Just put the pride aside and try to listen a bit more to the people who actually cares about your well-being. If you are tired of the fake promises and want to keep digging into the brutal truths these classic games tries to teach us, hit that subscribe and like button. We have a lot more cases to solve on this channel.